anybody that tries to have an opinion, you're shut down and worse. You're worse. And if you have your lifestyle, your lifestyle doesn't go along with the government, you're killed or thrown off a building. You know, if you're a woman, you don't have any rights. Come on, what's the end game here? What's the end game here? We want to be objective, and now I can't even post on Instagram because, God forbid, I put the station on, and Salem media is somewhat conservative. We're right down the middle. I'm sorry. We try to support everything that's positive about America. So what do I do now, Frankie? It says report a problem. I'll report the problem.
There you go.
It comes up. Sure. I press report a problem. You know what happens? Nothing on the phone.
I would try to post it without the YouTube link.
Without the YouTube link?
Yeah.
Is it YouTube that they're having problems?
Yeah.
Or you can just type in, like what I normally do is you just type in www.am970theanswer.com. The link won't come up for you to press it, but, you know,
let me see what
it'll at least
Frankie
give people
said.
a way to direct them to
But
the
watch,
station.
watch, I will take off. No, there's a YouTube link and there's a Facebook
Right.
link.
Yeah, so Facebook
Let
and
me-
Instagram are owned by the same company, so I don't think they'll block a Facebook link, but they may block the YouTube
Let me
link.
see. Boom. Hold on. No, comment blocked.
Huh.
That might be me. That might just be me. You can't tell me they're not watching us, man. They know exactly what's going on. This is terrible in this country. We're being blocked. This is Instagram's way of shadow banning me. I'm telling you right now. I see it right here. So I report the problem, and I press on my phone for the third time. I press on my phone, report a problem. Nothing comes up. Thanks for reporting the problem.
Oh.
Thanks for reporting the problem.
Is there a "you're welcome" button?
No, that's it. Oh my, look, God, we are in bad shape. You don't think we're gonna fight the fight? So help me God, I'm not going down. I'm telling you, it happens there. Why, Joe? Why aren't you verified? Where's the blue check? I don't want my blue check on Twitter. I wear that as a badge of honor because remember, Matt searched it. Why is it, Joe? There's no reason why you shouldn't be quote unquote verified. I need to be verified. It reminds me of getting into a fraternity or getting into a country club. Well, or getting into a private school. If you're good enough to get in here, hey, you know what? I am who I am. You don't like me, you could, and I'm gonna watch my language. But if you're not gonna verify me and give me a blue check, you know what? I'll wear it as a badge of honor, and I'll go onward and forward. Holy moly, what's going on in the country over here? Should be objectivity is the key, and they're not objective in the news, and they always slip in everything. But when they were saying, and forgive me, they go the president's racist comment. They weren't racist. I don't care what you say. They were not racist. They were not. He said, Ilhan Omar, if you're going to criticize the country, you may want to start and go back to your country and help out there. That's exactly what he said, and I totally support what the president said in that regard. Because if you got a problem and you're going to criticize America, why don't you look to where you came from and how America helped you by sending U.S. Army Rangers over there who gave 17 Army Rangers their lives, Black Hawk Down, you know the story, the history. Maybe you go back. Maybe you go. We're not saying go back home because we don't want you in the country. That was said. They think it was like a dog whistle that the president said that. I don't think so. I thought it was objective. Look, you don't like it here, Miss Omar? Go back to Somalia and help the poor folks there, like we tried to do. There's no government there. It's a mess. Please, before you criticize here, why don't you go help where you cover? It's not going back. It's not saying go back home. Fake news. It's always fake news. And now the president, he says he's saying his racist comments, and then that's the narrative. It's like this whole Mueller thing. It is scary. It's scary. We'll get into it when we come back. Scary. How does Nadler? Do they? You know, you could sense something when you watch something on the air, and then you're going like, "Wow, no, this is way wrong," and you sense the insensitivity. Or you sense how maybe inappropriate it is. And when Nadler and Schiff are back and they're still on the Mueller probe, don't you say, oh, my gosh, this is like pathetic now. This is like deranged. Hey, I've done stuff, entertainment-wise. I go, oh, my gosh, I understand that. But in politics, if you miss the boat there and you're off mark and you're not in the zone like Nadler and Schiff, don't you just go, oh, my gosh, we got to get oil for that chair.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh, my gosh, come on. We're doing so well. Everything's doing so well.
Why don't we just get new chairs?
Because they're not in the budget. All we do is, could you take a meeting? Could you do this? Could you sell this? Could you sell that? Could you meet with this person, that person? Yes! We're oversold. Let's get new chairs, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Can we get any WD-40 in the house? Anybody? All right, don't jump all at once, guys. We got it. I have it at home. I don't have any other. I have two bottles of W. Look at that chair is terrible.
It is terrible.
Where did you? I'm sorry, Frank. You should have.
The best part is nobody on the air can hear it. It only us can
we
because
hear
of our headphones.
Trust me, you can hear it.
Okay.
We could hear it, they could hear it over there. And there's somebody probably said the same exact thing. What is that constant creaking sound? And they probably said it's probably Joe's bones because he's so old. That's what they're thinking. No. Hey, 634 with Joe on the radio. 877-970-2999. I'm going to tackle this Instagram problem. Can I report the problem? You press report a problem. They go, thank you. And you know what they do? They just dump it and delete it. Like that.
Probably. I mean, that's the problem with these platforms that are totally unregulated. I mean, the only government is Instagram in Instagram world. So if Instagram doesn't like it, they just shrug and tell you where you got to go.
Let's take a short news break with Big Al Gattulo, and we're coming back. 877-970-2999. Do you have this problem on your phone? On our Balance of Nature phone lines. Big Al's got the headline news live and local on AM 970. The Answer.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
72 degrees at 6:35. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. The 5 boroughs on the mend following the severe storms which blasted the Big Apple during last night's evening rush hour. As of midnight, over 13,000 people were still without power, including about 7,000 in Queens, almost 5,700 in Brooklyn. Videos have been popping up across social media showing flooded city streets, especially in Brooklyn, through Park Slope, Gowanus, and Williamsburg. Flooding also temporarily knocked out lanes on the Clearview Expressway and the Long Island Expressway in Queens. No serious injuries have been attributed to last night's weather. The NYPD is investigating after a pair of videos emerged showing people dousing cops with water buckets. The clips are alleged to have been recorded in Harlem and Brownsville and Brooklyn over the weekend. Both show officers getting drenched with water, including one who was also hit in the head with a bucket. NYPD Chief of Police Terrence Monahan calling the videos reprehensible, adding that city cops must be shown the respect they deserve. Mayor de Blasio calls the clips unacceptable, says the city won't tolerate this kind of disrespect. In sports, CC Sabathia surrendered 7 runs in 4 innings as the Yankees lost 8-6 at Minnesota. Mets were off. They'll open up a series against the Padres tonight at Citi Field. Stuck in traffic? Debbie Duhame's got the answer.
And good morning, Al. You mentioned the power outages over in Brooklyn. It looks like we're still seeing problems with malfunctioning traffic lights over on Flatlands Avenue, getting out toward Flatbush Ave. Also on Avenue N, as you get up toward the area of Schenectady Avenue, traffic lights are malfunctioning. Let's take it out to the Deegan south of the Mosholu. It's a there, the Hutch south right at 95. An accident here in the Bronx. That one involves a down pole, so watch out for some slowdowns there. We're still seeing slowdowns over on 110 northbound getting up through Amityville. It looks like some ongoing fire department activity at the scene. 80 eastbound, serious accident by exit 42 in Parsippany. That one involves a dump truck and several cars. Garden State Parkway north at 148 in Bloomfield, flooding, and we're seeing delays right now on the ramp to the Goethals Bridge from the New Jersey Turnpike. Prepare for slowdowns there. Also, as you head over to the Garden State Parkway north at 114, an accident over in the local lanes. Heading over to the Sawmill in Thornwood, more flooding there. Rain today, high of 72. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Sponsored by Kronos. Kronos, providing HR solutions for the modern workforce and the people who support, motivate, and engage them. Learn more about Kronos HR, payroll, talent, and time at kronos.com/HRswagger.
Once upon a time, customers would find your business with this big, thick book full of phone numbers and competitors' phone numbers. It was a heavy, cumbersome, yellowish-looking thing. You'd place your ad in the book and hope customers would call.
Hello?
Now, there's Salem Surround, delivering customers with targeted digital marketing. Get started with a free evaluation of your digital presence and great ideas to increase your online visibility and revenue. Learn more at surroundnewyork.com. surroundnewyork.com, connecting you with new customers.
We all know the secret to the best Italian food is the sauce, and no one has sauce as good as Michael's of Brooklyn. Their sauce is made from scratch, using only the best ingredients. But don't take our word for it. Stop at any of your local supermarkets and pick up a jar, or listen to the Joe Piscopo Morning Show every Wednesday for a chance to win a whole case of Michael's delicious, authentic, and fresh sauce. You can also enter online at am970theanswer.com. That's am970theanswer.com. Good luck.
Hi, Kevin McCullough. Have you ever had a legal question pertaining to elder law or estate law? Well, every Thursday during Kevin McCullough Radio, you hear from Mike Connors of Connors & Sullivan Attorneys at Law, answering a listener's actual question. Simply email that question to askmikeconnors@gmail.com. Or call Mike's office at 718-238-6500. And don't forget to tune in to Ask the Lawyer with Mike Connors, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on AM 570 The Mission, and Sunday mornings on AM 970 The Answer at 11.
AM 970 The Answer is giving you the chance to win $1,000 every day for our summer cash contest. Enter for your chance to win by listening to AM 970 for keywords announced at approximately 7:30 a.m., 10 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 7 p.m. Then go to am970theanswer.com and type in the keyword. This is an App Nevada summer contest with participation from several broadcast company television and radio stations. For each opportunity to win, one winner will be randomly selected from all entries received nationwide. For a complete list of contest rules, go to am970theanswer.com.
Oh, can we enter? And then if we win, we can buy a chair?
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wait, let's talk. Are we allowed to? We're not eligible?
We're not allowed
not
to.
eligible?
No.
Thought maybe we could
Not eligible.
use the money to get a chair, you know. Hey, can I tell you about a My Pillow? This is the deal. My Pillow, the My Pillow's premiums. You get a 2-pack of My Pillow's premiums for $69.98. That's only $34.99 a pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on radio or television. Mike Lindell came up. Mike was in last week. He came in, and I said to him, and remember, he's the guy that called, Mike Lindell, and said, look, I got a great deal for you listening. And he comes up with this 2-pack of My Pillow's premiums, $34.99 per pillow. You got to call 800-651-0798 or go to mypillow.com. Just use the promo code AM970. And Mike offers you also a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty, and the pillow is made in the United States of America. What other pillow has a 10-year warranty? I mean, really, get the 2-pack of My Pillow's premiums for $69.98. This is a killer price. It's only $34.99 per pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on radio or television. This offer is only available at mypillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Use the promo code AM970. 800-651-0798. Promo code AM970.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Big Gallagher, Debbie Duhame. Sheriff Sean Golden's going to jump up. Had some bad storms. We want to get a report from Monmouth County, New Jersey. Let's get this Tuesday started, baby. Your man sounding better than ever these days. So Sean Golden is doing a great job in Monmouth County. He's the sheriff of Monmouth County, and he's checking in. Said Joey had some bad storms down there, so we want to check in. And it's 6:42. Sheriff, welcome back to the show, sir. Always a privilege to have you with us, Sean. How you doing this morning?
Joe, always great to talk to you. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. We appreciate it, sir. And Sheriff, down in Monmouth County, it was bad. And is everything okay? Back to order, pretty much?
Nah, fast and furious down here in Monmouth County. Got hit by a pretty good storm that rolled through really, really fast. Did a lot of damage, Joe. We still have we had half the county without power last night. Over 100,000 still out this morning. A lot of traffic lights, a lot of road closures throughout mostly southern and western Monmouth County. So it's going to be a long commute for some this morning, and we just want everybody to take it slow when they give themselves plenty of time. Because they're going to have to navigate. On top of that, we have torrential rain going on right now. So it's going to hamper the crews from JCP&L, and that's going to make for quite a today in Monmouth.
Sheriff, are the trees down on the roads?
Yep, we had 24 county road closures, over 100 local road closures last night. And so the crews are out there continuing to clear the roadways and assist JCP&L in trying to restore some of the power. In events like this, we worry about, obviously, our medical facilities. We had to evacuate a couple of nursing homes last night. The hospitals are up and running on generator. It's one of those things, Joe. We were in our operations center last night, and we were talking to all our first responder commanders. And this is the first really storm that we've had since Sandy. We've lost this much power in the county.
Wow. So would you suggest, Sheriff Golden, that folks stay home until the power comes on?
Yep. give themselves plenty of time if they do have to go out. Again, there are a lot of road closures. Check your local law enforcement websites or town websites, and be careful. And at the traffic lights, if the lights are out, we have dozens of traffic lights out. Make sure you come to a complete stop and then proceed with caution. All those things are in play today.
Sheriff, what do you think about? We're talking about the electrical grid. I've been railing about this now the last couple of weeks. I've been talking about it for years. It's so fragile. And I know after Sandy, I know Governor Christie fixed up the grids pretty darn good, and they were good. But still, they're still in a fragile state throughout the state of New Jersey. Is that what you're thinking, Sheriff?
Yeah, I know. Listen, JCP&O down here, and I know PSNG the same. The two major providers in New Jersey, they invested a lot of money, as you said, in critical infrastructure. And so we do see that. I mean, we do have some resiliency that has been built up in a post-Sandy environment here in Monmouth County. So, listen, I think this was just one of those storms that came rolling through. We had 60, 70 mile-an-hour wind gusts. To give you an idea, this storm came up from Philly, and as I said, it was a fast and furious storm last night. And I just think it's a lot of outages and down poles and trees for them to keep up with. Trees are a lot of problems, particularly in there. When we deal with Monmouth County in suburban areas. The cutbacks on the power lines. It's always this tug of war, right? People don't want to cut down trees because they're great for the environment.
Yep.
They're close to the power lines. It's always a constant battle.
That
we deal with, and when we get a fast and furious storm with high wind gusts, this is what happens.
Sheriff Sean Golden checking in, making sure you're safe down there in the big county of Monmouth in the great state of New Jersey.
Joe, I appreciate it. Thank you,
Sheriff. I got to ask you before you go, if I may, sir. So everywhere I go, we were at Bedminster. And I'm there, and they're saying, who's running after a couple of years? And they go, Sheriff Sean Golden would make a great governor. I'm telling you, this is the buzz. This is the buzz out there, sir.
I know, Joe. Well, listen, I appreciate that. Right in Monmouth, in the Storm and Emergency Operations Center. Listen, we're doing good things here in Monmouth. And,
you're doing a great job, Sean.
If that happens, that happens. You and I have talked at length a couple of times.
Yes, sir.
We'll see what happens.
You are one of the great assets of the great state of New Jersey, Sheriff Golden. You're much loved and much appreciated, sir. And thanks for checking in with us.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
You too, Sean. Take care. He is such a modest guy. You know Sean Golden. Modest, great Jersey guy. Sean Golden doing a great job as sheriff in Monmouth County. And please be careful down there if you're listening. And hopefully you have some kind of battery-operated radio that you could listen to us. But Sean, everybody's saying, what about Sean? Is he going in? Is he going in? And they go, well, he's in Monmouth County. That's the buzz throughout. So I couldn't help but tease him for that. Hey, 647 with Joe on the radio. Can we find out? How do we find out now in Jersey, in Essex, and Hunterdon? I'm hearing everything's pretty much okay, but can we reach out to somebody at Jersey Central Power and Light? 200,000 people. 200,000 people. Frankie, 5 boroughs.
Now they say it's down to about 175.
All right, so they're bringing it up. Yeah. But, I don't understand in this day and age. The electrical grid is fragile. We talk to Dr. Pry about it constantly. We repost it, his book about it, the electromagnetic pulse. There are dangers here. This is what Gerald Nadler and Adam Schiff should be going to the president about. Not bringing Mueller. But, oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm embarrassed that Mueller's going to actually appear tomorrow. Yeah, he comes up. And when they should be concentrating about the infrastructure.
Yeah, this will be Robert Mueller's 89th trip to Capitol Hill to testify since 1990. That makes him, according to historical records, the person who has testified before Congress more times than anyone in history.
Gosh, oh my! This about the Mueller probe, the one thing, or there were different things.
No, about everything.
Yeah. And so we're going to see this tomorrow afternoon, this is.
Well, he starts in the morning.
Okay.
Then they're going to take a half-hour break around 11:30, and then they're going to resume at 12 o'clock. So
is there one open on camera, and then there is a closed-door meeting? Is that right?
I think everything that we're going to see tomorrow is probably going to be public. Everything in the afternoon is definitely public, but they're going to be starting around 9 o'clock. So I believe, from what I'm seeing, I think that's public as well.
So what happened, before we break, Frankie, too, what happened with the police officers in the water?
This is just terrible.
It's on the front page of the Daily News.
Yeah, and if you watch this video, it's really absolutely disgusting. And basically in Brownsville, Brooklyn, there were all these videos that surfaced online yesterday of groups of for lack of a better description, punks, throwing water at members of the NYPD, and in one case, hitting a cop in the head with a bucket while he was trying to make an arrest. Now, there are multiple videos. There's not one isolated incident. And in all the videos, the officers that were being made fun of or thrown water at or thrown buckets at or thrown ice at, every single one of them, the police refused to confront the people heckling them. So all of these went viral, and they apparently were all shot during the heat wave, mostly over the weekend. And the police are up in arms. Mayor de Blasio has even denounced this. Ed Mullins, president of the SBA, called the videos horrific and dangerous. And I don't agree with him, but he blamed not only Mayor de Blasio, but Commissioner O'Neill for the displays of lawless behavior and what he termed the utter disregard for law enforcement. And he also called on Commissioner O'Neill to resign, which
Who did?
Ed Mullins, the head of the Sergeants Benevolent Association.
Why would he do that?
Ed Mullins is a little nutty.
Yeah.
You know,
That's that. Let me tell you something. And these punks, and you're right, they absolutely are punks. If there's a 911 call because their mothers are in trouble, or if there's a violent altercation, and who's going to show up? The police are the first and foremost.
So you know, people should really watch these, not because they're funny or anything like that, but just to get a degree of the anti-police sentiment that's pervasive throughout so many neighborhoods in this city. So in one clip, cops in Brownsville walk away sheepishly as they're mocked and soaked with buckets of water. They were responding to an unruly crowd on East New York Avenue, and this is what their reward is. And another video shows several men tossing water at two officers while they try to arrest a man on the hood of their car. At one point, a shirtless man throws an empty red bucket at the cops, hitting one officer in the back of the head. And then this is the last one I'll mention. In this third clip, a young woman is repeatedly soaked by a group of men carrying buckets as she tries to talk to officers sitting in a patrol SUV. And if you watch these videos, Joe, it's not even what they're doing. It's the commentary that's so insulting of the people holding the cameras. They're gloating. They're laughing. They're happy that these police are humiliated.
I know, and they don't walk away. The police, and that was, you were reading from the Daily News, the police don't walk away sheepishly. They were bravely walking away and just being stoic, so they didn't overreact. They were very measured, and we appreciate the NYPD being measured in that ridiculous situation.
Those two particular police officers, apparently one had just graduated the police academy, the other one is about a year on the job, and did not report the incident to their superiors. So the first time that police superiors saw this was on the internet. It's reprehensible, it's disgusting, and what these people don't seem to understand is you cannot disrespect police officers this way. It's wrong. They should be arrested. They should be put in jail. You cannot do this to police officers. I'm sorry. It's wrong.
877-970-2999. That's the Balance of Nature phone line. Debbie Duhame is out there, 652. It's rainy, it's stormy, it's crazy, and we got a lot of traffic. How you doing this morning, Deb, out there?
Oh, it's really a mess.
Yeah.
I know we were just talking about Monmouth and Ocean counties and that whole area. Really, really messy, Joe. Lanes Mill Road is blocked in Lakewood with ongoing issues. Also 70 in Brick. Malfunctioning traffic light by Herbertsville Road. We're seeing flooding on 27 in Rahway. 22 westbound, a downed tree over in Greenbrook. 78, a bad accident with a tanker truck into the woods. So 78 east exit 24. That tanker right into the woods. 80 east at 287 in Parsippany. Serious accident there. That one involves a diesel fuel spill. Over on the Spray northbound in Greenberg, a downed tree there. Sawmill still flooded down through Pleasantville. Deegan southbound at the Mosholu. Watch for an accident heading through that area as well. About 20 in at the George, Lincoln, and the Holland. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo. AM 970, The Answer.
The AM 970 book of the month from Regnery Publishing is Soaring to Glory, a Tuskegee Airman's first-hand account of World War II by Philip Handelman. Only 14 Tuskegee Airmen, the famed black aviators, are living today. This is the remarkable first-hand account of Lieutenant Colonel Harry T. Stewart, Jr., who flew 43 combat missions, including one legendary mission in which he shot down 3 German planes. Enter to win a copy of Soaring to Glory at am970theanswer.com. That's am970theanswer.com.
Are you getting notices from the IRS that you've been ignoring? The IRS will get your attention fast when they garnish your paycheck or freeze your bank account. Do not try and deal with the IRS on your own. You're already up a creek without a paddle. Last thing you want to do is say the wrong thing, make your problem worse. Let my friends at Rush Tax Resolution do the talking for you. They can help you if you call them at 855-IRS-CALL. I know Rush Tax. They've got lawyers on staff who specialize in tax resolution with a phenomenal success record. A-plus rated with the BBB, 0 complaints. Rush Tax Resolution can stop levies and wage garnishments fast and settle debt with the IRS for the lowest amount possible if you qualify. The consultation is free, and they'll only take your case if they know they can help. This is a no-brainer. 855-IRS-CALL. 855-477-2255. 855-IRS-CALL or rushtaxresolution.com. That's rushtaxresolution.com.
An interesting creature inhabits the flat, arid plains of many an automobile dashboard, the bobblehead. It's most agreeable and will nod along to anything, despite having no brain function. But when the bobblehead hears how Geico not only saves people money, but also gives them access to licensed agents 24/7 online and over the phone, he'll nod even more vigorously because he knows you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Easy, bobblehead, easy. You're going to get whiplash.
Here's your AM 970 weather answer forecast.
A flash flood watch remains in effect until noon. We'll have periods of rain this morning and it'll be humid. Some of the rain will be heavy enough to aggravate flooding around the area. Then cloudy this afternoon with a shower or two. Much cooler than recent days. Our high today just 77. Tonight cloudy with a little rain at times, low 68. Tomorrow becoming partly sunny, high 81. Thursday mostly sunny and pleasant, high 83. AM 970 The Answer.
Hey, Joe on the radio. It's 5 minutes before 7 o'clock, 6:55. Good morning, good morning. Great to have you with us this morning on this stormy Tuesday, huh? Hey, are you taking the balance of nature? Did you try the balance of nature? That's all we ask, is that you try the balance of nature. Here's the number, 800-2468-751, or go to balanceofnature.com. Use the discount code, The Answer. If you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and you know you're not, I know you're not, do the same thing. You got to try Balance of Nature. It's not like ordinary vitamins that are made with synthetics. It's just natural food in a vegetarian capsule with tens of thousands of vital nutrients from 100% whole food plants, fruits, and vegetables. Do you know, and I tell you this before, listen to this, please, if you would. A daily dose of Balance of Nature capsules has 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables. It's genius. What Dr. Douglas Howard has done with Balance of Nature is really nothing shy of that. Time to improve your quality of life. I worry about you. I want you to try Balance of Nature, please. So we came up with this. For a limited time, you can receive 25% plus free shipping off your first preferred purchase of Balance of Nature. Plus, as you think that's it? No, there's more. You get a set of convenient travel bottles containing a free additional week's supply of Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables. 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or go to, please, balanceofnature.com. Use the discount code, The Answer.
If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Oh, on the radio. Great to have you with us. It's a couple minutes away from 7 o'clock. I see the phone calls. I'll tell you what, if you could hold, I will go to the calls right when we come back after the hour, right after the news. Al's going to do the local news, and then we're going to go to the network news, and then we're going to come back, and I'll go to the phone calls. 877-970-2999. 877-970-2999. That's our Balance of Nature phone lines. We have a fun show for you today, an informative show for you today, and you're welcome to call and talk about anything. Congressman Chris Smith, he's a Republican congressman representing New Jersey's 4th Congressional District, which includes portions of Mercer, Monmouth, just talking to Sheriff Golden down there, and Ocean counties, by the way. Did the government create Lyme disease as a biological weapon? That's my wheelhouse, man. I wouldn't doubt that. We'll check it out with Congressman Smith. And Obie Murray is going to be with us, Republican political consultant. We love Obie. He's great on the show. Dr. Antoine Tucker, former gangster, turned believer in God, and a Republican candidate for Congress in New York's 14th district. You know whose district that is? AOC's district. He's going up against AOC's on the Republican side. Mike Gallagher as well. And then the couple who had their wedding crashed by the President of the United States, P.J. Mongelli and Nicole Perosi. It's Piscopo in the morning, and we are coming right back at you.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
69 degrees at 6:59. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. More than 2,500 Long Islanders remain without power following the brutal storms that rolled over Nassau and Suffolk counties. As of 3 this morning, around 2,600 Nassau County residents without juice, about 650 in Suffolk still in the dark. Several roadways flooded out for a time last night during the storm's. News 12 reports that by around 7 p.m., there were nearly 800 lightning strikes recorded across the island. 2 more suspects under arrest following a brutal beating along a Jersey City street. It happened earlier this month at the intersection of MLK Drive and Orient Avenue. Cops say a 42-year-old man involved in a fender bender before being pulled from his car and attacked. He was left bloodied, lying in the middle of the street, even being kicked while down. 2 women previously arrested. 2 additional suspects remain at large. In sports, the Twins beat the Yankees 8-6. You now know what's going on. I'm Al Gattulo, AM 970, The Answer.
From the studios of AM 970, The Answer, on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Much of the nation's capital will stop in its tracks tomorrow as Robert Mueller testifies about the Russian probe on Capitol Hill for at least 5 hours. Correspondent Jonathan Lemire in New York says it's going to be interesting to see how the president and his supporters respond.
We expect to have statements from the president's attorneys, Jay Sekulow and Rudy Giuliani. There certainly will be, I'm sure, some talking points circulated among Republican allies, some White House aides, like perhaps Kellyanne Conway. But I think we'll mostly see the response from the president himself. Despite saying he's not going to watch, his schedule Wednesday is relatively clear for most of the day.
Correspondent Jonathan Lemire. Britain's governing Conservative Party is set to reveal the identity of the country's next prime minister. Brexit champion Boris Johnson is a strong favorite, according to correspondent Charles de Ledesma.
Party officials will announce whether Johnson or rival Jeremy Hunt has won a ballot of about 160,000 Conservative members. The winner replaces Theresa May, who announced her resignation last month. And the winner will officially become Prime Minister on Wednesday. Several Conservative ministers have already announced they will resign to fight any push for a no-deal Brexit, an outcome economists warn would disrupt trade and plunge the country into recession.
That's Charles de Ledesma reporting from London. 2 Louisiana police officers have been fired over a Facebook post calling U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a vile idiot and even suggesting, jokingly, that she be shot. Gretna Police Chief Arthur Lawson says the officers involved violated the department's rules on social media.
We have a zero tolerance policy. This incident, we feel, has been an embarrassment to our department.
Chief Lawson spoke to WWL-TV. On Wall Street, Dow futures are up 86 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Morning Bullets is asking for the public to respond to a nationwide poll that could help shape political policy in 2020. This is your chance to be heard by the decision makers all the way up the chain. Their question: should the federal government provide free health care to illegal immigrants? Yes or no? Visit TrumpsPulseOnAmerica.com to let your voice be heard before the decisions are made for you. Medical services are guaranteed by the Emergency Treatment and Active Labor Act and require hospitals to provide care regardless of citizenship, legal status, or ability to pay. The Federation for American Immigration Reform reported that medical expenditures for illegal immigrants was over $17 billion in 2017 alone. The decision is up for debate, and the policymakers want to hear what the public thinks. Should the federal government provide free health care to illegal immigrants? Yes or no? Go to TrumpsPulseOnAmerica.com now to vote. That's TrumpsPulseOnAmerica.com. TrumpsPulseOnAmerica.com. Be heard.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with Pill Reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
Follow the flag to savings every week at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your local Modell Sporting Goods store and look for the flags with Mitchell's face to find deals in all departments in the store for 7 days only. These unbelievable deals begin every Wednesday, and you'll find select items at our lowest prices ever. Visit our stores this Wednesday and every Wednesday for new Mo deals. Remember, follow the flag with Mitchell's face to save today and every day. If you want to save big, you gotta go to Mo's.
Savings for MVP members only. Stuck in traffic? We've got the answer.
Delays this morning on the B, D, F, N, and Q trains with ongoing signal problems. The Montclair-Boonton line of New Jersey Transit, a 20-minute delay. Morris and Essex line, Gladstone branch, a 20-minute delay as well. Let's take it out to the roads. Problems on the Sawmill in Pleasantville, flooding. Sprain north in Greenberg, a downed tree. Deegan south at the Mosholu, a collision. 78 eastbound exit 24, tanker truck into the woods. And 80 east at 287 in Parsippany. It's an accident in the process of being cleared. Sponsored by the Empire State Building. When you just don't want the night to end in New York City, visit the top of the Empire State Building. See spectacular, sparkling skyline views and gain memories that will last a lifetime. Purchase your tickets online at EmpireStateBuilding.com. Open daily until 2 a.m. Rain today, high of 72. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning briefing. Here's what you need to know to start your day with your host, former Saturday Night Live superstar Joe Piscopo. Produced by Frank Morano with news guy Al Gottulo and traffic with Debbie Duhame. This is the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer.
What the weather is. Thank you, Albert. You got it. 7:06 with Joe on the radio. Good morning. Good morning. Great to have you with us. How are you this morning? It's Tuesday. It's rainy, and hopefully you'll have power. And but everybody listens on their smartphone, and once power is out, your internet is down. So that's why Frankie always tells you, and it's so true. You should get one of those wind-up radios or just a good old-fashioned. Do they still call them transistor radios, Frank? Is that
there's wind-up radios, there's transistor radios, and then there's battery-operated radios.
Just
any of
regular
those will
radios,
work fine.
Because I know there's a lot of people still. We're down about 100-something thousand in Jersey without power, so we worry about you. So just be careful. And Sheriff Sean Golden called from Monmouth County. They got hit very hard down there. And if you're listening down by down South Jersey in that regard, you might want to stay home. Take a couple minutes, maybe in a couple hours before you head out, and let them at least give the utility crews a chance to clear the roads. You know, again, I've been telling about the electrical grids. It's so fragile in the Northeast. All we do is get taxed up the wazoo, and they might want to use some of that tax dollar. You know what? To fix some of the infrastructure. That would be very, very nice, starting with the electrical grids. 7:07 with Joe on the radio. Great to have you with us. And I'm going to go to the phone calls in a second. Yes, the tie does work, Albert. You're right. I just didn't know it was different.
Told you.
And I was looking, and then we got the pocket square, then we got the socks to match.
But I like the little purple in there, the white
Thank you.
shirt. Everything
Thank you.
just, this suit is nice. Don't start. I don't get dressed. I don't care that there's a camera there. We're on radio.
I was going to say,
I like being a slob. Wait till next week's T-shirt.
And I like your wrinkled. It's not so much wrinkled. It's actually nice. Is that Tommy Bahama?
Yes.
Oh well, there. The T-shirt that Al's wearing, and with matching socks, and if you hear constant squeaking, it's Frank's chair.
That's right.
So we do.
Now for the rest of the time that we're on, I'm wearing a different beer T-shirt every week. That's all, just to annoy everybody.
When you go to Five Borough's wedding, are you going to dress?
No, I'm going to be naked. Of course, I'm going to be dressed. What are you talking about?
Tie? You wear a tie?
I'm going to wear a tie. Exactly.
What's this?
Boris Johnson
has
won
got elected.
Thank you. Breaking news. This is great. Oh, come on. Between the president and Boris's hair, this is gold.
Both of these guys got haircuts that are.
I love it. Come fun. This is great. I'm looking at a picture now of President Trump and Boris Johnson. He just got elected just now.
Yeah, a couple of minutes
And he's given himself to the end of August to make this Brexit situation work, right?
Yeah.
But he's powerful with the people. I'm sorry, Frank, but not powerful within the parliament there. But the darn guy, he got elected.
So clearly he's powerful enough to get elected.
Yeah, very well. I love the upset. I love the difference. I love the look. I love the fun of it all. Boris Johnson wins UK Prime Minister votes. So thank you, Frank. I was wondering I thought you had a glitch with your arm or something. You were pointing to.
I thought you were pointing to the bug that's still in the room.
No, get me started.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let me go to phone calls because I promised.
Please.
877, I'm going to sit down, George. George, thank you very much. Yuri, thank you for being here and running the video. We're on YouTube and Facebook if you care, and if not, you can watch it later, if you're getting into work. Let me go to Felicia in Jersey. Good morning, Felicia. What's on your mind this morning? Thanks for calling.
Good morning. A while ago, because something happened, I wrote a letter to the Star-Ledger, which they did publish because of this harassing police. When you come down to it, Joe, it's the politicians that make the social climate, not the police.
Great point. You're Felicia, you're absolutely right. They don't, and I think that happened 8 years, prior to this administration. There was total disregard for the police, and they don't. The police are the last people that they reach out to. Felicia, you make a good point. Did you write to the Star-Ledger in this regard?
I did, and they published my letter. I get hot under the collar when I read a lot of these things. I write a letter. Yep.
Yeah. Felicia, thank you. Thanks for being involved. Thank you for listening to the show, too. We appreciate that very, very much. We're talking about this incident. It's inexcusable in Brooklyn where these kids, these punks, actually, it doesn't sound violent, but it is. It's an assault. It's assault and battery. They took water and they poured water on police officers. And now you're going to go, oh, is that it's the disrespect. The disrespect. Where are the fathers? Where are these kids' fathers? Why isn't anybody stepping up? Why isn't Mayor de Blasio staying out? Where are these family members? Where are the mothers of these children that they're out there? You can only imagine. And I spend most of my life helping at-risk children. Here they are. Now they're going to assault the police. Why? Because, and I think Felicia's absolutely right, the politicians are always vilifying law enforcement in any chance they could get. And it's nice that we have an administration that sticks up for law enforcement. But goodness gracious, they're there in that area of Brooklyn. If there's a 911 call, the police will go to a domestic violence call, and they will put their lives on the line going to that call and have to wear all but a flak jacket and a SWAT outfit to get in there. You got to wear a bulletproof vest, and you don't know how many officers are assaulted and worse when they go to a domestic violence call. But who do you call first when there's a problem? The mothers of these punks, if they have problems, if they're assaulted by somebody, who are they going to call? They call the police. Somebody's got to set that narrative. And Felicia, you're right. It should come from Albany, and it should come from the Gracie Mansion. I think you're absolutely right. Hey, Big Julie, I like saying, here's Big Julie. Big Julie, how are you this morning? What's on your mind, buddy?
Yo, I'm very upset what's happened to those police officers. I seen that video. Let me tell you, the people out there, this all stemmed and started way back when they allowed people to put as police officers, say it's constitutionally okay. Let's allow those police officers, those poor guys I was watching yesterday on that video, they weren't allowed to be men or women. They had to be humiliated in their professionalism, how they were taught, them ignore the rest. Let's leave them police officers alone and allow them to be men and women as well as professional officers, and let's change some laws around again where they can show them respect to the law. This is just the beginning and the tip of the iceberg of what's going on in this society because of the liberals in office. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Big Julie. Thanks for listening, brother. We appreciate it. 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let me go to Joshua in Jersey. Good morning, Joshua. What's on your mind this morning? Thanks for calling. We got you, Joshua? We got you? Oh, well, you never know with all the power situation. So what's the answer? Do these officers that were, and I'm reading the story here, the NYPD is investigating after a pair of videos emerged showing people dousing cops with water buckets. The clips are alleged to have been recorded in Harlem and Brownsville in Brooklyn over the weekend, and both show officers getting drenched with water. NYPD Chief of Police, Terrence Monahan, who was just here last week, is calling the videos reprehensible, adding that city cops must be shown the respect they deserve. Amen. Mayor de Blasio calls the clips unacceptable and says the city won't tolerate this kind of disrespect. Walk me through this. What's going to happen? This is me talking now. What if the cops turn around, take these kids down as they should be? I don't even want to tell you what I think should happen to these kids, but let's say, legitimately, the police cuff these kids and take them away. Do you know Al Sharpton will be there in 3 minutes and start complaining. Somebody will be showing up in minutes and saying, oh, there's assault by the police. It's a no-win situation. And when they use the word in the Daily News, the police sheepishly walked away. No, I would say heroically walked away. Heroically. Do you be measured as a human being being assaulted like that? What would you do? Would you turn around and take these punks out? And if something happens in Brownsville or in Harlem, they call the police of all color. You ever been down to one police plaza? The ethnicity of the New York Police Department, it's as great as this city. It's as great as the country. The ethnic balance of the New York Police Department, and yet they're going after these cops. And when there's a problem, the cops are going to show up and they're going to wear a bulletproof vest and try to settle down a domestic violence. It's inexcusable. And I think it is. It's the narrative of the politicians that sets this tone. 7:14, and we support the police. Make no apologies. We support the NYPD. And those cops that walked away are heroes. To use that measure, to use that amount of restraint. Could you ever do it? I couldn't do it. Somebody put a bucket on your head. What would you do, right? So you got to appreciate what those police officers did. Because believe me, if they started going after those kids, they started arresting those kids, that's the headline. And police brutality, oh my God, that would be the headline. You know it. 7:15 right now. Congressman Chris Smith is going to join us in about 10 minutes. I love these stories. I saw this on national news. And Congressman, he's a Republican, represents New Jersey's 4th Congressional District, doing a great job down there. Congressman Smith is. And that includes parts of Mercer, Monmouth, and Ocean counties. And the question here is, did the government create Lyme disease as a biological weapon? Did they use money to get Lyme disease as a biological weapon? We'll talk to Congressman Smith about that. You know, Obie Murray's going to join us. Dr. Antoine, he's a doctor? Antoine's a doctor?
That's what he's claiming. I mean, I didn't see his degree.
You got to see it, Dr. Tucker, man. Antoine Tucker. He's running as a Republican, going up against AOC. He's in the primary, the Republican primary. There's a lot of people running in that 14th district in New York. And I saw this, I saw a gentleman, Antoine, online, and he apparently was a former gangster turned believer in God. Now he is a what? Republican. He's coming into the studio live, right? Oh, man, you don't want to miss this. This is great. We're going to see what Dr. Tucker says because he has some good ideas. I asked Frankie to book him, so Dr. Antoine will be Dr. Antoine. I love that. Mike Gallagher will join us. And then don't forget, we're very excited, the PJ Mongelli and Nicole Perosi. That's the newly married couple whose wedding President Trump attended in New Jersey last weekend. Where that's the wedding that was, you want to say crashed by the president. It wasn't crashed, but the president came in and paid respect to the folks that were having a wedding reception at Trump National. And they're going to be here live in the studio, and that is in the 9 o'clock hour. We're sending a car for them. This is it. This is hysterical.
I know.
I got to tell you. Look at this. Look at this. We're not allowed to do anything. By the way, I have to always, this is the caveat. Salem Media, the AM 970, we're very frugal, very cost effective on all fronts. And so we're kind of corporate warriors in that regard. We understand it. When you ask for stuff, you go, well, you're not going to get it because we're very, very frugal. So we don't send for our guests cars the way Fox News would do because we don't have the budget. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. So this morning, we said to PJ and Nicole, we will send a car for you. Frank, don't pay for that. Let me put my card down if I would. I'll put my card down.
All right.
I ask that you book them. Let me, and then I'll submit the receipt like Willie Loman. Because I'm like a salesman.
That's what they tell me too. But the problem is you have to pay your credit card bill at the end of the month, no matter what.
They don't care.
It takes forever to get reimbursed.
I know. I think it's a ruse. The receipt thing, I think it's a complete ruse. I really do.
What, did you just delay how?
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly. It's a whole ruse. I'm not buying it at all.
That's a conspiracy theory I can absolutely buy into.
That's it. It is. Oh, submit your receipts. No, they don't even look at them. They must write them up.
Oh, it's after the first of the month. Now you have to wait another month and a half.
And what was this for? No, the whole receipt thing. I'll tell you, I will take care of that today. Don't you dare Don't you dare, because you pay for everything. What did he pay for last week, Albert? What was he paying for last week? What did you do last weekend?
Well, I've lost track. Honestly, I pay for
everything.
A lot,
That's the problem.
But,
why do you think the wedding has so many guests? He's got to, try and recoup
by the way,
some of that.
Vinny Rocuglia's invitation came back to me. I must have had the incorrect address. So if he's listening, please stop by
Isn't he
the radio
moving all the
station.
time, Vinny?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it really a good idea? I love Vinny, but is it a good idea?
Yeah. No, you have to have Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
You
Could
know why?
imagine?
You know
People
why?
are going to look around the room.
No. You know
why
why
is Vinny here?
You know why
Is
you
there
have to have Vinny Ricuglia?
What?
Because he will take out his lobster bib before he eats.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and that is worth the price of admission alone.
But I'm going to be introducing my wife to people like, oh, this is so and so. Who's that? Oh, that's Vinny Ricuglia, the funeral guy
That takes care of us and cares about us.
Oh no, he does.
He sends us
does.
wonderful things. No, you gotta have Vinny go.
Absolutely.
This is good. How's it going? Everybody's RSVP.
No, well, so we're up to 24 people that said they can't make it. Which
That's
is
great.
Absolutely. My
That's
fiance
good for
is
you.
very pleased.
I've never heard of a wedding where they're more excited about people not coming.
But the
No,
best
everybody
is
feels that way. They don't tell you. We'll talk to PJ and Nicole when they come in and act like ours. But when people say they can't make it, I got some room now.
But then why invite them?
Well, because you got it. Right?
Because it's a respectful thing to do.
See, we didn't do
The
that.
best is there's somebody works here, and I said, should I invite so and so? This person says to me, "Oh, invite them. They probably won't come." The person is coming, right? And so I asked my mom a month or so ago, all right, about some relative of hers that I haven't seen in probably 5 or 6 years from a wake or something. All right, do you want me to invite this person? She, yeah, invite them. They probably won't come. Maybe they'll just send it.
coming.
They're coming.
Yeah, I know.
My goodness.
You do it to be nice, Al. I did the same thing. And if everybody goes, and you go, oh my God, you just adds up. Now I am not. I'm coming solo. Carol Alt is in Italy with Andrea Bocelli. I got bumped. You know that.
He don't want you there now. You're not bringing Carol. Forget it.
Can I bring Bocelli and Carol?
Why not? Because they'd ask Bocelli to sing before you. You're in the clear. You'd be in the clear.
Andrea, do your Sinatra thing. Do I get up there? I do. I don't sing at the wedding. I do not sing at the wedding.
No, but for this one you will.
Andrea, come on! It's Frankie Five Boroughs. I do not sing. Do not ask me again. I do not sing. Joe will sing. Joe will do Sinatra.
Where's the stage? I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Oh, man. Congressman Smith is going to join us. We hope. Sometimes I'm afraid people are actually listening to the show and decide not to come on after they hear the content when we get silly, 20 after 7 o'clock. Good morning, Deb. How you doing? Debbie, you're going to be there solo, right? Are you bringing Marsupial, your handsome trainer?
Well, Debbie is actually having a tough time connecting.
That's another thing. Can we tackle this on the show? We're full
No,
transparency.
I think it's an issue with the phone lines, too. Again,
but every
storms.
day.
Yeah, but
every day it's something. Trust me. It's something we...
All right, so let's just take a commercial.
All right. Well, no, let's do give me the weather. It's bad outside.
Oh, well, actually, no, she's on the phone. Debbie's calling
She
in
calls
on
in?
the phone.
She calls in? Is she the best?
Yeah.
Well, she does her job.
Debbie.
It's her
No,
job.
but not
Come on,
everybody. Debbie, you are the best, Debbie. You are the best. Thank you for checking in. You doing okay over there?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Having some connection issues.
Yeah, well, the weather's so wacky and everything. But you still call. You're going to the wedding by yourself, right, Deb?
Yeah,
good.
I figure this way I could talk to everybody. You know, and it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
I was going to bring, one of my, gentleman friends.
Oh, I bet you were.
I was going to bring Rocco, or I was going to bring, but then I said, you know what? I'll probably have more fun just like hanging out and dancing with everybody anyway.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Hey, Deb, I'll be there with you. I'll watch your back, and I know you'll watch mine. And Frank won't have to pay for two. See, we saved you 2 seats, Frankie Five Boroughs. How about that? Hey, 7:22, and Deb's on the road. So how we doing out there, Deb, this morning?
I'll tell you what's happening. Well, good morning. Let's see what's happening, Joe. We're still seeing delays right now with New Jersey Transit on the Montclair-Boonton line, also the Morrison-Essex line, a 20-minute delay. Delays on the B, D, F, N, and Q trains. Delays with some ongoing signal problems as well as partial suspension on the 2 and 5 trains. Let's go over to 287 North, exit 44 in Boonton. A collision taking 2 lanes there. And problems on 78 eastbound out by exit 24. The problem is a tanker truck went into the woods. 80 east, bad accident by exit 42 in Parsippany. That one involves a diesel fuel spill. Garden State Parkway south of 142, accident on the ramp. We're still seeing delays this morning as you take a ride over to the southbound side of the Deegan. Really busy getting down toward the Cross Bronx. Cross Bronx West at Castle Hill Avenue. That's a disabled tractor trailer. Flooding on the BQE eastbound up by Cadman Plaza, and also the westbound BQE getting down toward the Battery Tunnel. More flooding to deal with over there. Rain today, high of 72. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970. The Answer.
Sponsored by Kronos. Kronos, providing HR solutions for the modern workforce and the people who support, motivate, and engage them. Learn more about Kronos HR, payroll, talent, and time at kronos.com/HRswagger.
Kevin McCullough lets you hear from Senator Ted Cruz and Dr. Robert Epstein about Google's influence in the 2016 election.
Your testimony is they moved 2.6 million votes in her direction. The